Good morning, it's day 109 and I'm wearing these. I'm getting new ones today, but nice hobo looking socks, aren't they? I could stitch this one, but I can't stitch this one because it would cause a hot spot. And I'm wearing these on my left side, so they don't even match. It's crazy. Wow, look at Mount Lassen from here. It's wide open. Where we were at, there's some trees blocking the view, but man, camping right here would have been awesome. Look at that. Those clouds. Mountains just do not look as nice without clouds, you know. This is it. PCT midpoint. It only took 109 days to get 100 or 1,326 miles. So 218 more days. It's gonna take 7 months altogether. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had to push the miles, but that's it. It's cement. Oh, nice. Finally! Thanks Kimberly Clark and Collins Pine Company for letting us use this land. Hopefully you continue to let us do so for a long time, and hopefully all the hikers behave. Last mile on these shoes. They're still being a pain. Look at these rocks. We're by Lassen National Forest. We're in and out of private land in the National Forest, but these rocks are all super volcano-y. Pretty wild. But we're almost to the road. So close. It's funny how often you don't want to hear any cars, but as you get closer to the road, all you want to hear is cars because it lets you know you're there. Right, almost there. Believe it or not, it's important to rinse out your socks before you put them in the wash. Otherwise, your wash water just turns black, as you can see, and it'll just get everything else dirty. And what's fascinating is all that dirt came out. And look, still. One more time. Still. Let's do it again. You could do this forever. It just does not. The water does not come out clean. Still dirty. See that? And you could do this, I don't know how many times. I usually do it until the water is cleaner than that. Gotta do it for quite a while. Still dirty. Here's my resupply for today. I went to the dollar store that's here at Chester, and they have Spam Single Classics. I love these, but they're so hard to find, and they were only $1, which is crazy. So I bought, sorry other hikers, I bought everything they had on the shelf, which is 12 of them, and I only really needed 4, but they're so hard to find. Got some mashed potatoes, got 4 bags, got some bacon bits, some instant oatmeal, Clover Valley, it's like a generic brand. Top ramen. This is dirt cheap as well. Got 5 of them. And chocolate chip cookies. This will be actually lunch. 3 lunches because you can eat. They have a lot of calories. So I'm gonna repackage this. Put some bacon bits in each of these. And yeah, good resupply. So I'm ready to get to Bernie Mountain Guest House. Next stop, 70 miles, and I don't have to worry about tuna or anything like that because I got plenty of those. I'm willing to carry the weight for Spam Classics because they're so hard to find. I'm gonna eat dinner now. I'm watching Naked and Afraid, and I think I'm just gonna chill. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna mail home tomorrow. And getting rid of one of these. Yeah, just gotta figure out what I'm gonna mail home tomorrow. Here's my recharge setup. Kinda crazy. So Power Director has been acting weird for me, so I can't edit videos the way I need to. So I uninstalled the reinstall and I accidentally deleted 2 of my videos. They're already uploaded, but I'm reproducing them so I can save the files. and I gotta work on the next video. So hopefully I can get that done real soon. Urgh. And hopefully it works right. I will be getting rid of these shoes soon, so I just thought I'd make a video showing the condition. The left toe is a little bent. That's from like you step in front of a rock and as you lift your foot up you accidentally scrape the front. I try to avoid it, but you know, it happens. And the cushion's flatter and pretty wrecked. This happens when you step in front of a rock, and when your heel lifts up it just scrapes on it. There's so many rocks in the Sierras that it's, well, you can't avoid it. And this is all torn up just from walking and rubbing up on rocks as you walk by. Can't avoid that either. It just happens. But these shoes are actually holding up really well considering what they've been through. It just, this right shoe is what's causing all the problems. There's no cushion. You could see how that sole is like lifting up, and you could see that huge leftward lean. So can't wait to get rid of this guy. And for some reason with the right toe I don't have that problem. But everything else is still kind of ripped up. Soles are, they have a little life left in them, but they are pretty slippery. It's just that right inside cushion is so bad. Look at that. How's that even happen? Normal. Perfectly normal. Screwed up. Bye bye shoes. Can't wait to get rid of you. I'm going to replace the insoles as well. They've had about 650 miles on these green super feet, so it's about time. Bye bye shoes. I just left the Chester post office and it turns out my box is not there. It arrived in Sacramento at 2:30 a.m. and no other status from there since, so guaranteed delivery will be 8 p.m. today, so it looks like more than likely it'll be tomorrow morning. So looks like I will have to zero at Chester. I might just stay at Best Western another night. It's kind of pricey, but it's pretty nice. I'm already there and their Wi-Fi is awesome. But at least that'll give me maybe, I'll probably get another 3 videos edited out of it then. But I'm letting a car go by. And but you know what else gonna do? I can't hike with those old shoes, and I really need those new shoes. So 0 it is. I really gotta crank out the miles. All these unexpected zeros just keep coming up. Like you plan for some zeros, but unexpected zeros just keep coming up. So when you plan for that. Otherwise you're gonna get behind. So we'll see. You just don't notice it over time, but look at how much the padding on the shoes have just shrunk. From here to there. And the craziest part is like that to there is a little. Look how much it is from there to there. It's like almost a centimeter now. A little less than a centimeter, but all this blue's gone. It is really worn out, and the sole's much thicker. It's crazy. So keep inspecting your shoes as you walk. Don't just count on mileage to get you through. See, this one actually stands straight, and this one is just all janky. It's crazy. I'm still at Best Western. I'm all packed up, putting my brand new shoes on, wearing my hobo socks. I'll be getting these at the ranch that's coming up in about 20 miles from here. So I'm going to camp out at 15 just south of the Lassen National Park border. So that should be fine. And I'll get new socks, and then I'll get additional pair later on. But time to go. I am back at the trailhead that goes to Chester, and I guess the Collins Pine Company owns all this land, and we've been hiking through their property, but they manage this parking lot and everything. A Collins Pine Company employee actually gave me a ride, so that's pretty cool. And it was interesting getting to ask her some questions. But it's time to get these guys dirty. They're way too clean. You know what happens when you hitchhike? You learn stuff like these long cones. These are from sugar pine trees. I believe, I guess this one right here is probably a sugar pine then. Because we're right underneath one. Sugar pine. See, hitchhiking is cool. You learn stuff. There's another great view of Lassen Peak. But there's a cool meadow there. And there are all these little black things there. I don't think they're plants or trees. They gotta be some kind of animal, but what? Are they cows? There does appear to be a ranch right over there, like a cabin or something. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera because that tree right there, but I wonder what those are. I'm guessing cattle, I guess, maybe. I was coming up on this and I was like, I don't see a river. It looks like a dry creek bed, but it's right over there. It's actually pretty big. I'm gonna go head down there and soak my feet and have lunch. Looks like there's a nice trail here. Heading down. This broke off my hip pocket. Time to fix another thing. I'm north of that river, and how random. Just a picture of John Muir in the years he lived, screwed onto a tree. Just out of nowhere. So weird. This is hilarious how they cut enough to walk through. They just chopped down at it and just whacked it with hammers probably until they broke out enough pieces. It's a huge piece though. It's like 3 feet diameter at least. But yeah, we can walk over it now. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. A new day. We just entered Lassen National Park. We're gonna, yeah, it's 7 a.m. Slight later start than I thought. It's immediate up, and we're just gonna make a nice day of it. Do about 24 miles. We're gonna camp out a few miles outside of the park. The park's only about 19 miles long, a little over. And if you don't know, you need a bear canister if you're gonna camp in here, or use one of their bear boxes they have at one of the campsites. But I didn't want to use it because I heard there were mice in those boxes. And I hate mice chewing up stuff. So, off to the first geyser and walk around the lake. Just take it easy. Go to the guest ranch, Drake's Pad. Pick up a package. Make it a nice big day. And I'll talk to you later. There's Terminal Geyser. You can already smell the sulfury smell from it. There seems to be water running out of it. I wonder if there's water running out of the bottom. I'll find out soon enough. Wow. Someone said, oh, it's not a geyser, it's just a steam vent. No big deal, but look at that. It's a monster steam vent. It's huge. And then the water, the hot water that comes from it, runs through. And you can see the steam coming off it. But every now and then you could see spots where there's steam just shooting out. Wild. The sediment's all different colored because it's not normal water here. Look at that steam coming right out of there. Right next to us. I don't want to get too close because I figure it'll just fog out my lens. In fact, it's kind of doing it already, but listen to that. Roaring. I'm gonna try to go a little higher, maybe up there somewhere, and take a peek. I'm higher, but it's still hard to see anything. There's just so much steam at the source. But it looks like there's one main outlet here, and there's another one up there somewhere. Hard to see. But this one's making all that noise. It's the thick white steam. Wild. Alright, we hit the Boiling Springs Lake Loop. We're gonna go around and we should just come back right here. There's a trail that comes, and then we'll just come here and head back. I think the PCT goes that way. So let's do the loop. Should we go north? Yeah, let's go north. Easier to connect all the PCT steps this way then. It's crazy knowing that that's not that steam fog, it's legitimate steam from hot water. You can hear something boiling on the right. Look at the plumes, like sometimes the steam goes straight up. See that? There's like lines of steam that goes up once in a while. Pretty wild. I wonder if we can get a better view of this. The water is bubbling here. You can even hear it from up here. It's funny how the front lakes or little pools are like kind of light gray, and there's like a real dark brown mud over here. And over here, there's like a perfect little crater. Isn't that funny? Wonder what happened there? Like a mini explosion, you think? I don't know, I wish I was here for it, but yeah, it looks really cool. Probably a little before 8. What's interesting is when I first got here, this whole place was steaming like crazy, but now it's not. So I think if you want to see this when it's really cool, get here early in the morning when it's cooler, and then it really goes up, because there's hardly anything right now. It's weird. Like when I first got here, it was just tons of plumes just going off. Now it's barely steaming, except at this corner over here. So get here early. Look at that. It's only been like 10 minutes since I recorded my last video, and there's no steam coming off the lake at all. I don't see anything except at the main points over here and along some of the edges. Definitely get here early. Okay, and look, there's Lassen Peak up there. On the maps it says Lassen Peak, but some people are still saying Mount Lassen. I thought it was Mount Lassen. I'm gonna have to confirm when I get into the ranch, but I think I'm going with the map, so it's gonna say Lassen Peak. Look at that.
Go ahead and let everybody know, hey, there's a barrel there. Don't scream. If you have water.
Here on this section of the trail in Lassen National Park, they use these orange triangles that they nail onto the trees. Usually a nail on top and a nail on bottom. You can see the bottom one. But this tree is completely grown around it. It's so weird. I keep stopping at these because they're so cool, but I'm sure some people are probably like, that's nothing. But you can't even see the top nail, it's gone. I wonder why they don't come out here once in a while and just pull them out a little so this doesn't happen. Now it's stuck in this tree. Can't be good for the tree. I don't know. This here is Lower Twin Lake, which is north of Upper Twin Lake. But by the campground, you may think that you can get water there. It's much more difficult. Just keep going and go past the Rainbow Lake trail intersection and this little spot. Easy to get water from here. Easy access here. So much easier than the other side, I'll tell you that much. No chance of falling in. Well, there's always a chance, I guess. Wow. Lassen National Park is a huge burn area just north of the upper lower lake. It's crazy. Look at that. It's all around. It's amazing when you see like a single huge tree that somehow survives this kind of thing. It's all around. There's another couple. So weird. Some of these trees aren't even damaged. How's that happen? Crazy. So the cinder cone is that way, 3 miles. Out and back would have been 6 miles more for today. So it would have been a pretty rough day. There's a bunch of people who are going up on a different trail and they're just skipping probably about 3-4 miles of the PCT. It's weird that the people who have skipped they just don't care anymore and they're just skipping whatever they want. And I was talking to one, and he said his goal now is to just do continuous footsteps from Mexico to Canada. But I don't know. Give up on one thing, it's easy to give up on another, you know? Once you commit to something, you gotta try hard. Pretty much die trying, I think. Maybe not that far, but that's my belief. I mean, it's not hard. I'd like to come back and do that cinder cone someday, but that's when I do my tour throughout the trail again. But I'm definitely not going up that thing. The next water source from the previous one was 12 miles, and I didn't want to add 6 more miles up and down too. So we'll keep pushing. We'll keep our eye on the goal, which is through hiking the entire PCT, and then we'll see where we go. This part of the trail's been pretty level, so it's been great. Although because of all the burn area, there's not much shade, but it's been really level, so pretty awesome. And we'll be out of Lassen National Park in probably 3 miles, I think. I don't know. I gotta put this camera away and start pushing. I think it's level enough. I'm getting at least 3, maybe 3.5 miles an hour. But if I talk like this, maybe 2, 1.5, because I'm trying to keep this camera steady. There's Lassen Peak. I think it's gonna be one of the last times we'll be able to see it. We're gonna start turning away from it. But look at all that snow out there. I wonder how many people climb that each year. But we are off. Ooh, look at the clouds to the left. Those bands. Earlier there were no clouds at all. It's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 bands. Weird. I guess that's the cool thing about these mountains is just there's nothing and all of a sudden, bam! There's a huge peak with snow all over it and still pretty looking because of the contrast. Yeah, good view. By the way, I found that as soon as I recorded the other video, I was like, oh, those are probably from airplanes. That explains the lines. Flight corridor. But look at that guy. I wonder what flight flies right over here so you can look down and see that. I don't know. It's like we're back in the desert again. This thing's so melted. It's not even worth trying to open it. It's just, I'm gonna eat it. Yep, it's pretty hot today. It's wee tiny without the zoom. I had a campsite in mind, but only if this creek was running, but the creek was dry. But lo and behold, water. So I got some water and I'm actually good for camping at this campsite that's coming up in 0.1 miles that supposedly has really good sunset views. So I'm gonna head on over, and then water tomorrow is 2.6 miles away from there, so it won't be so bad. So I'm pretty happy right now. I didn't want to go the extra 2.6 miles. Feeling kind of tired. These are still new shoes, you know, all these excuses, right? But yeah, coming up on the campsite now. It should be pretty steep on the west side of there. We'll see how it is. It is just before 7 o'clock. I set up my tent. Thanks to the water cache, I was able to just go the like point 1, point 2 to this beautiful campsite, and the sun is setting, and in Gut Hook someone said it's a beautiful view of the sunset, and I think it's gonna be right. And there's a great little spot right there. I can set up my camera. So I'm waiting for it to do that until the sun goes down. There's still a couple hours left. So I'm gonna cook and eat, and it's nice and breezy here. So there's no mosquitoes, but there are flies, but no mosquitoes at least. So it's a pretty nice night. I hiked a little over 20 miles in the PCT itself today, but then I did the Boiling Lake Loop, and I did the Terminal Geyser, and I went into the Drake's Bad. Altogether it was probably about 22, 23 miles altogether. So pretty, not like a good day. Well, it's a good day, not a full day. I could do more. So, but tomorrow we're gonna start pushing 25 to 30 at least every day, except when there's a resupply or something like that. So, time to eat. I guess when you're through hiking, you're grateful for all the little things. Like, check out how big this hole is getting. Every day it's getting bigger. And I got new socks today at Drake's Bad in the package. So, I can't wait to eat that. And then my sister sent me freeze-dried ice cream bars, and I do like them, but I don't know if I can eat them out here because they might have dairy. But anyway, and then my liner I've been wearing with the Darn Tough sock, it's just getting thinner and thinner. There's gonna be a hole there any day. But I guess it's, I mean, these don't last long because it's wearing like this so quickly. I've only been wearing these for like 3 weeks with 2 different pairs, and they both have this wear. But this is where I used to get blisters, so it's I'd rather have these socks wear out on me than get blisters there. So, but the thicker socks aren't getting that kind of wear. I don't know, but I got a pair of these types, so can't wait to wear them. And I'm gonna have my sister mail me another pair so I can throw this away. I'm gonna keep it as a backup just in case something happens to the other one. Although it's kind of garbagey. But once I get the new one, another new one, I'll throw that away. Look at that hole. It's a good thing my big toe's all numb, so otherwise I maybe would have felt something. But it's pretty numb all through here. The other toes have sensation. But my big toe, yeah, all numb right along here. But that's pretty normal for, oh yeah, see how dirty my legs are? Oh yeah. No creeks today to wash off at, so I'm just gonna have to use wet wipes. Oh my gosh, they're so dirty. One day. It's crazy. There's dirt way up here. Oh yeah, mosquito bite. Mosquito bite. Yeah. Anyway, ooh, sun's going down. Probably got another hour before I set up the GoPro. you.